I was on my way to the bistro to see a client. The hour was late and the mood was dire. Okay, well, it was kind of late. Not really that late. It closes at 11. Okay, so it was like 6:30.
Hey, I got a job for you. Well, you see, it's a pretty interesting job. I need you to find me a job, you see. Hey, those are some nice sneakers you got there. One of those Charles Barkley Payless special. It'd be a shame if somebody was riding their bike too fast, came around the corner and boom! The nice little sneakers you got are all scuffed up. You see, I'm not saying I'm involved and I'm not saying I'm not.
All I could smell was the Rams Club on his breath. The American cheese aged to perfection with Wisconsin turkey breast mixed together in perfect complexion. The sound of crisp bacon crackling against the fire. The toothpicks pierced the sandwich like his eyes pierced my soul. The panini press was hot, but I couldn't let him see me sweat. I didn't know what he wanted, but I couldn't refuse. There was too much at stake. I borrowed these Jordans from my roommate J-Bob. Vintage, 97, championship season. I couldn't in good conscience give these back to him. You could buff the scuffs off these shoes, but those marks would forever remain on my soul.
So you in?
I'm in.
That's it. There was no going back. Too much was on the line. Too much depended on me. I needed answers, and I needed them now. As I turned to leave, that's when I saw her. The sparkle in her eye danced across the ram's den like a fairy in heat. Her lips spoke to me without opening. A soft breeze played with her mahogany locks like a child plays with a dump truck.
What?
As she sat at the info desk, I could tell she was different. She wasn't like the rest.
Who gives jobs?
Marion Willauer at Human Resources.
Okay.
And that was all. One moment of passion and it was over. A flash of brilliance and it was gone as quick as it came. I knew I'd miss her, but I was on a mission. I had heard of this Marion before, but only in whispers. Legend has it that her place of business is a deceptively quaint home on the outskirts of campus, near a house so small, so delicate, so adorable. It's only open once a year. I crept past the little house. I could see it. Marion's office was within my grasp, but it might as well have been a million miles away. For there was a lone two-wheeled menace. He looked Italian. I couldn't be sure. Then he spoke. Close call. I wiped the sweat from my brow and made my way in. I tiptoed up the stairs, cautious, collected, focused. I turned the corner and there she sat. I didn't make a move. On the wall, her accounting degree flickered in the lamplight. I knew she could be trusted. She was different. She wasn't like the rest. She spun around in that swivel chair like a jackrabbit in a hurricane, setting down her gluten-free pretzels. She cleared her throat.
I need a job.
Do you qualify for federal work study?
Federal work study. I heard about that once and only once. Back on the ranch in '68. I was a cattle hand rounding them up before supper. There was a girl. She was different. She wasn't like the rest. Her name was Carmela Duvain. I knew she was trouble. She walked through that door with a half-empty flask of danger in her handbag and not a penny in her coin purse. I knew her expected family contribution would be low. She needed me. She needed my help. I was cautious, but something about her told me she was different. She wasn't like the rest.
What do you need?
Federal work study.
Okay.
And I caught myself in a daydream. I had to snap back to the present, for Marion waited my every breath. She looked at me, stared me dead in the eye. I put on my coat, and then I had to answer her.
So do you qualify?
Yes.
Well, then you'll need to log on to Rail and check your allotted amount of money. Then you'll need to look at that green paper in your registration packet. It has information about the College Central website.
That's it. My work here is done. As I walk to West Campus, the sun setting over the Butcher Center, I know that I can sleep easy knowing that J-Bob's shoes live to walk another mile.